Part 27. It's Doomsday, there are all-female zombies around. Author, Yu Cha Xiao. Chapter 261. Advance to Corpse King. This is the ultimate ideal of all mutant zombies. This directly ignited a fire in the hearts of all mutant zombies. They roared and rushed towards Wang Ran with Boss 2. Wang Ran was not afraid at all, raised the hammer of doom and rushed forward. The sledgehammer hit Boss 2's head directly. Boss 2 was shocked. How could this hammer be faster than the one on the fence just now? He didn't do his best just now? This conclusion made Boss 2 panic. This time, don't take it hard. Boss 2, who had been rushing towards Wang Ran, stopped, and the sledgehammer was only a few centimeters away, passing in front of him. The strong wind from the hammer made Boss 2's face even paler. Boss 2 clearly felt that if he didn't stop just now, his head might be smashed. This human. In the end, what strength? Boss 2 was in a cold sweat all over his back, and the idea of escaping sprouted in his heart. And the other mutant zombies are still immersed in the huge temptation to become the Corpse Emperor, and they have brought out all their strengths one by one. Corrosive fluid, claws, green gas. All kinds of lethal attack methods all greeted Wang Ran. Wang Ran's sledgehammer swept across, directly smashing to death several mutant zombies with commendable courage. As for the corrosive liquid and gas, it only slightly damaged Wang Ran's fine hair, and even the skin could not penetrate. In just a few seconds, Wang Ran had already killed more than a dozen mutant zombies. Whether it was Jin Tong or Hong Tong, in front of Wang Ran, it was a one-shot kill, and there was absolutely no need to make up for it. More importantly, after resisting a large number of attacks, Wang Ran finally broke through the bottleneck for many days and broke through. Sure enough, whether it's a battle during the day or a battle at night, you can improve your strength. This time alone, I really did not make a wrong decision. It is also a loss for these mutant zombies to attack so hard, otherwise Wang Ran would not have broken through the bottleneck so easily. Wang Ran naturally wanted to repay them well. After the promotion, Wang Ran became even more ferocious, like a ruthless killing machine. Several mutant zombies die under his hands every second. Boss 2 was so frightened that his saliva accidentally flowed down. He thought he could rely on the numerical advantage to let his subordinates consume some of Wang Ran's physical strength, so that he could find an opportunity to sneak up on Wang Ran. I didn't expect Wang Ran to be so fierce. No, if you don't run, you will really die. Boss 2 couldn't take care of his younger brothers anymore, and turned around to prepare to flee the battlefield. Of course Wang Ran wouldn't let Boss 2 go, and he rushed behind Boss 2 with the attack of the mutant zombies. Boss 2 felt the hammer coming from behind him, and knew that he could not escape. Boss 2 turned around and knelt down on the ground. His movements were very unrestrained, and the ground was cracked by his knees. The only dozen or so mutant zombies left were stunned. Boss 2 knelt down? Without time to think about it, these mutant zombies also knelt down. I'm really sorry, this time I attacked you, I was hasty. I hope you will spare my life. Boss 2 lowered his head and said with a strong sense of humiliation. In the face of life, what is the face? Sorry, I can't hear remorse in your voice. Wang Ran raised his hammer and smashed it directly at Boss 2's Tianling Gai. With a crisp cracking sound, Boss 2's head was smashed into his chest. As expected of the Corpse Emperor, his head is harder than other zombies, and it is not so easy to smash. But it shouldn't be able to survive. Wang Ran put the hammer on the ground and looked at the other mutant zombies. With the strength of Boss 2, even if he sincerely begged for mercy, Wang Ran would not keep him by his side, but these little brothers can still stay as coolies. Ah, big brother, spare us. This is all Boss 2's idea, we are innocent. Just spare us and let us do anything. The mutant zombies begged with snot and tears, and their feelings were sincere and in place. Since you are sincerely begging for mercy, I will spare you for the time being. You guys first help organize those ordinary zombies outside the city wall, and come to me when you're done. Wang Ran ordered. The mutant zombies nodded and acted very neatly. They dare not run away. The opponent's physical strength alone can easily catch up with them, not to mention the unreasonable means of transportation such as helicopters. Boss 2 was dead, and the two corpse emperors, Suzayawu and Lin Momo, quickly calmed down the scene. With the help of these mutant zombies, the remaining 300,000 ordinary zombies retreated to a kilometer outside the wall, waiting for Wang Ran's arrangement. Boss, you are too fierce. The battle scene just now made my blood boil. Wu Jianguo walked over to Wang Ran with a look of envy. Although he also advanced, but compared with Wang Ran, the gap is still very large. Moreover, except for Wang Ran, everyone else put on the heavy-duty bulletproof vests stocked by Daddy Tang Tang, and they fought. It was too safe and not enough. The battle on Wang Ran's side was still attractive, so he looked up. Damn, when will I be able to catch up with him like this? Lu Shuang stomped aside. Although she was much stronger than before, she still couldn't catch up with Wang Ran. Seriously, it's not enough to rely on hard work. You should try another method. Tang Tang reminded aside. Tang Tang has already thought very clearly. Fighting hard and exercising is not as good as pushing Wang Ran's improvement. Suzayawu and Lin Momo are good examples. Of course, Tang Tang is already a level 7 awakener, which is considered a very strong fighting force among girls. Listening to Tang Tang's words, Lu Shuang's face suddenly turned red. Since he was handcuffed once in the helicopter, Wang Ran has to use handcuffs every time, which makes Lu Shuang feel shy. In particular, both parties knew that the handcuffs could not hold people at all, and Lu Shuang had to show the appearance of being handcuffed and unable to resist. Master, what to do with these zombies? Suzayawu asked from the side. In today's battle, Suzayawu also didn't feel the slightest threat. The opponents are too weak. The only boss of the Corpse Emperor 2 did not come out to fight against him, which made Suzayawu a little bored. Next, there will be some big projects in N City. For example, serious protective walls, large-scale refurbishment of planting land, clearing of street traffic, etc. These 300,000 zombies are just to replenish the manpower. Wang Ran smiled and walked towards the corpse-tied team. Suzayawu and Lin Momo, the two corpse emperors, followed closely behind. The dozen or so mutant zombies that remained had been waiting there respectfully. Boss, the zombies are all here, what are your orders? The mutant zombie away greeted him. Because he had dealt with Wang Ran before, he was elected as the representative of mutant zombies. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 262. Let the zombies have a full meal first, and then move the remaining zombies to pile up 5 kilometers outside the city, and burn them collectively. After it's burned, I'll have someone deal with the residue. Of course, don't waste the corpses of some mutant zombies, you can eat them if you want. Wang Ran ordered. These corpses, if left to decompose, are likely to bring plague and affect soil, water, and air quality. And this order of magnitude, there will also be problems with burying it, it is not as simple as burning it. After processing, take these zombies to station outside the fence. There's some work for them to do later. By the way, after processing the corpse, you mutant zombies can leave if you want to leave, I won't stop you. Of course, if you stay, I won't treat you badly. Wang Ran glanced around and said lightly. The mutant zombies looked at each other. They didn't expect Wang Ran to let them go. Shouldn't they be enslaved to death? However, Wang Ran's words that he would not treat him badly made them feel a little itchy. Needless to say about Wang Ran's strength, the important thing is that Wang Ran was accompanied by 2 corpse emperors. Moreover, the two corpse emperors were very submissive to Wang Ran. Maybe they became corpse emperors only by relying on Wang Ran. This made these mutant zombies a little excited. They've all turned into zombies. Who doesn't want to be stronger? If you want to go, you will be wandering outside, might as well stay here and try. Boss, I am willing to stay here. Me too. I would too. These mutant zombies expressed their opinions one after another. Wang Ran nodded. He never liked to force people, it was the best to be willing. While he doesn't like to force people, he likes to kill those who make the wrong choice. Little Hong, come here. Wang Ran waved. Xiao Hong, who was covered in blood, ran over. Before, he fought very happily on the wall, and also killed a red-eyed zombie. These people will be handed over to you to manage first. If there is an uncontrollable situation, please contact Xiao. Wang Ran ordered. Don't worry, boss, whoever doesn't obey will be killed. Xiao Hong looked at these mutant zombies. After following Wang Ran for a while, Xiao Hong's way of doing things became more and more similar to Wang Ran's. These mutant zombies shivered. It's too scary. Do you want to kill if you don't obey? Can't we just listen? Let's go, you can go back and have a good rest. Xiao, take the corpse of Boss 2 and go back and give Xiaojin a meal. Wang Ran stretched his waist. The corpses of the other red pupils, golden pupils, and silver pupils should stay here. Xiao Hong and other mutant zombies were divided at will, and Wang Ran was too lazy to interfere. Boss 2's body can't be wasted like this. Wang Ran hugged from left to right, and the group returned in triumph. On East Lake Island, Ida played with Xiaojin and the orangutan throwing stones on the edge of the cliff. Damn, everyone went out to fight, but I was left to teach here. Classes are so boring, I don't want to learn advanced mathematics and biology. Ada threw a stone far away. All the orphanage girls and she were ordered to stay here and not to go out. Lu Shiyao and Zhou Meng are responsible for looking after them and giving them lessons. Ada really doesn't like taking this kind of boring class, it's too easy. Hum hum hum. The orangutan gestured in the air with his hands. You mean, I'm not obedient to class, and Big Brother is going to spank me when he comes back? You don't know, Big Brother spanks, it's fun. Ada's eyes lit up, and then she became lost again. Since her body has shrunk a little, Wang Ran has been keeping a certain distance from her. There was no chance of trying that kind of treatment again. So sad to say. Hum hum hum. The orangutan made another gesture. You mean, deliberately sabotage, let the Big Brother punish me? Ada asked. The orangutan nodded. Ah. Xiaojin also called out to agree. But, apart from beating up Xiaojin, I can't think of any damage. Ada sighed while holding her small face. She played it before she ran away from home, and she didn't dare to play again. There is no chicken here, so you can only beat the dog. Xiaojin was shocked. Do not. I am firmly on your side to support your dog, how can this be? Hum hum hum. The orangutan made another gesture. You mean, put some medicine in Big Brother's food to make his stomach hurt? This method is good. Anyway, the Big Brother is in good health, and he will definitely not die. If you have a stomachache, you should get better soon. Let's go to the pharmacy. Ada mounted Kim and slipped to the warehouse where the medicine was stored. Most of the Chinese medicines in the warehouse were brought back by Zhou Meng, and some Wu Jiangguo collected the medicines he brought when he went outside to find supplies. What can I eat to make my stomach hurt? These big brothers of traditional Chinese medicine are drinking every day, but the smell and color of traditional Chinese medicine are too obvious and easy to see. No Chinese medicine. Hey, this is okay. We have that blue Gatorade drink in our warehouse. Big Brother loves it. This little pill is also blue, you can't tell it if you add it in. Although I don't know what this small pill is for, but taking too much of it will definitely give you a stomachache. Aiden nodded in satisfaction. That's it? Viagra. How many pills to put? Generally, 3 or 5 pills are eaten like this. If you put them in less, it will definitely be useless. Would you like to put 10? Ada muttered. Hum hum hum. The orangutan waved his hand, indicating that 10 is not enough. Xiaojin also nodded, agreeing with the orangutan's point of view. Then, 50 pieces. Too many will be discovered. Ada secretly took out 50 small blue pills, ground them into powder on the spot, and put them in a small bottle. Immediately afterwards, Ada came to the warehouse with these blue powders and took out a bottle of iced blue Gatorade. After confirming that no one was around, Ada poured out some Gatorade, poured all the blue powder into the bottle, and added some water to cover the bottle. After a bit of shaking, the blue powder blends perfectly with Gatorade. Pie time is up. Hong Liang was assigned a fiancé. Well, it is said that she is still a witch. Ah! Even if I starve to death and jump down here, I will never accept any fiancé. Oh, Chico-chan is so pretty. The fiancé is a witch. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Cha Xiao. Chapter 263. Hum hum hum. The orangutan hurried to Ada's side and made a gesture. You said Big Brother is back. Calm down. Don't act too flustered. Ada adjusted her mood and ran to the atrium with a blue Gatorade. Wang Ran took the girls off the plane. Big Brother, you're back. Are you thirsty? Have a drink. Ada handed over the blue Gatorade. Yo, Ada is very sensible today. Wang Ran rubbed Ada's head and took the Gatorade. After a fight outside, nothing beats a bottle of iced Gatorade. Wang Ran opened the bottle cap, and Gilu Gilu directly drank half of the bottle. Huh? The taste is a little different, isn't it blueberry? Wang Ran picked up the bottle and looked at it. That's right, it's the old packaging. Is it because it has been left for a long time, and the taste has changed? Wang Ran doesn't care about this either. Anyway, since he has a strong physique, it's okay to drink some spoiled ones. Gilu Gilu, Wang Ran drank the remaining half of the bottle of Gatorade. Momo, this corpse emperor's corpse, you and Xiao should share your heart. The rest are frozen in the cold storage, and I usually improve the food for Xiaojin and the orangutan. Oh, by the way, can this guy's lungs be used as a couple's lung film? Wang Ran asked. Master, you are really. How is this possible? Husband and wife's lungs, husband and wife's lungs, that must be husband and wife. How can a zombie make husband and wife's lungs? Xiao replied. When Lin Momo heard it, he couldn't straighten his waist with a smile. Xiao and Wang Ran really have no common sense. By the way, Xiaolu, you and the girls will help you pack a cart of supplies and send them to the villa area later. Today's victory in the battle to defend the corpse tide is worth celebrating, and we can't always eat canned food in the villa area. You pack a little tobacco, alcohol, and frozen meat to reward them. Also, pack 2 trucks of canned food to go to Wanda Plaza. The survivors there also worked hard when building the wall. They can't always eat Wawadu. Let them eat canned meat too. There are also thousands of people who moved from cities. You can't let them go hungry all the time, so send them some Wawadu. Wang Ran arranged it. Okay, promise to complete the task. The deer nodded. Wang Ran's arrangement is still very reasonable. The more people who contribute, the better the materials will be distributed. This kind of rule is very suitable in the last days. Why is it a little hot? I'm going to take a bath and relax. Wang Ran stretched and walked towards the villa. Su Xiao followed closely. Taking a bath together or something is very likely to be beneficial. It looks like it's working. I saw my big brother's earlobes turn a little red. Should we follow along and have a look? Ada asked. Ah. Kim nodded in agreement. One person, one dog, and one orangutan crept close to Wang Ran's villa and clawed at the wall. It didn't take long for Xiaojin and the orangutan to climb down consciously. Some things, they can't be seen, they will be beaten up if they are found. They're not Ada and don't want to be beaten. Ada was so fascinated by it that she didn't even notice that Xiaojin and the orangutan had slipped away. It turns out that it can be like this and this. I've never been like this that day. I like this. Ada muttered as she watched. In the villa's swimming pool, Wang Ran was very at a loss. What happened to me today? Is it because I got promoted? Kind of fierce. Su Xiao was also at a loss. I can't stand it. Well, there will always be people who can't stand it. Wang Ran is strong, but the girls can't stand it, and the girls are strong, but Wang Ran can't stand it. The wind is turning. 10 minutes later, Su Xiao kept begging for mercy, and the floor tiles were broken. I can't do it anymore, I'll go to Momo for help. Su Xiao struggled to escape from the pool, put on a bathrobe and slammed out the door. Not long after, Lin Momo and Tang Tang were pulled into the villa by Su Xiao. Half an hour later, Lin Momo and Tang Tang also began to beg for mercy. Zhou Mang, Wu Jiaxin, Lu Shiyao also came to the villa. After another half hour, everyone was begging for mercy. No one can stand it. What should I do? Master's eyes are red, we will die if we go on like this. Is there anyone else out there? Lin Momo asked while wiping the tears on his face. Girls in the flight attendant class. Wu Jiaxin's eyes lit up. All of them are awakeners of at least level 4, and they should be able to top it. I'll call someone. Wu Jiaxin ran out of the villa immediately. Before long, she came back with a group of girls looking forward to it. Another 2 hours passed. Anyone else? Shuang seems to be going out to run errands. Lin Momo sighed. Still can't handle Wang Ran. Hey, who is that? Zhou Meng pointed to a touch of gold on the wall. Blonde, only Ada. Damn it. It must be Ada's fault. I remember when the master got off the plane, Ada handed him a bottle of drink. What did Lin Momo think of? Catch her and make her suffer too. The girls said angrily. Ah, Ada, she's still young. Is this appropriate? Lin Momo hesitated. To say that the previous Ada had the body of an adult, it would make sense. After the last incident, the current Ada has shrunk to the size of a high school student, which is a bit too small. From a biological point of view, Ada is actually okay. Biology expert Lu Shiyao said while holding her glasses. She had suffered a lot just now, and even she didn't want to protect Ada, she had to teach her a lesson. A few girls rushed out and brought Ada back. From sunset to sunrise, the island finally regained its calm. Fortunately, there are enough people, and there is still a cycle of taking turns to recover physical strength. Otherwise, Tang Tang suggested that Wang Ran be thrown into the sea to find the little sea monster. The girls helped each other out of Wang Ran's villa one by one. Even the strongest Su Xiao and Lin Momo could not walk a bit. You stop. Wang Ran stopped Ada, who wanted to sneak away. Although the efficacy of the medicine has passed, Wang Ran's anger is still there. This is so special, 50 small pills. If it wasn't for the promotion in the battle before, Wang Ran would have collapsed and couldn't get out of bed for 10 days and a half months. Big brother, didn't you teach me a lesson just now? Ada lowered her head and beeped in panic. That was a lesson just now, now it's a punishment. With a straight face, Wang Ran lifted Ada by the waist and threw it on the sofa. An iron hanger was taken out from under the sofa by Wang Ran. Then it's time for punishment. I always feel that the LF of this chapter needs to write 10,000 words. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 264. Teaching Ada lasted for hours. When Ada walked out of the villa, she looked a little more mature. It seems that energy has a great influence on Ada's physical condition. Wang Ran brought Ada to the restaurant. Today's lunch is very rich. After all, everyone didn't eat last night, and they are very weak and need to make up for it. What lamb kidneys, beef bones and the like are all over the table, as well as fresh lobster and abalone caught by the little sea monster. Everyone didn't speak much, and silently replenished their energy. Still, most of the girls seemed happy. Especially the girls in the flight attendant class. Although they all had to use crutches, they were all radiant and did not appear unhappy because of physical discomfort. Master, the corpse tide has receded, what's the next plan? The chief executive Lin Momo asked. The next step is to build a formal doomsday wall. The previous wall was just to deal with this corpse tide, and it is estimated that there will be serious quality problems in a month. However, this time we have supplemented the labor force of 300,000 zombies, plus the thousands of survivors from S-City, the coolies should be enough. I will go to the villa area in the afternoon to talk to those architectural experts about the plan. You can rest here, Wang Ran said while eating lamb kidneys. The girls breathed a sigh of relief. They do want a good rest. Although tossing is very happy, but the current physical condition does not allow them to toss continuously. Ada lowered her head and silently nibbled the lamb chops. Her prank this time has caused all the sisters on the island to suffer. The screams of the older sisters seemed to still echo in her ears. She worried that she would be ostracized by her sisters. Ada, come and eat a lobster. I peeled it off for you. Come on, try my lemon cake. This is Oreo-flavored ice cream, your favorite, eat it cold. The girls stuffed Ada with food. Especially the girls in the flight attendant class looked at Ada with deep gratitude. Ada was stunned. Not only was he not excluded, he was also so popular. It seems that everyone likes their secret operation this time. It looks like after. There should be some more pills. After eating, Wang Ran drove to the East Lake Villa area alone. The villa area looked lively, and Wang Ran could feel the atmosphere inside from the door. Hey, boss, you're here. I wanted to invite you for a drink last night, but I heard you were busy. Zhu Ming greeted him from the security room. What's the situation? It's noisy inside, are you still celebrating? Wang Ran asked casually. Hey, boss, you don't know. At the celebration banquet last night, the team was so high-spirited. On the spot, two little widows confessed to him. The team was in a dilemma, and the two little widows got into a fight. Zhu Ming smiled and trembled. Which one did Jiangguo choose in the end? Wang Ran was interested. The team didn't choose anyone. After the two little widows had a fight, it seemed that they had reached a tacit understanding. As soon as the two of them combined, they got the team drunk together, and then. No, early in the morning, Wu Qi was chased by two people to say something. Zhu Ming smiled and twitched. Boss, do you have something to do with the team? That's just enough to save him. Zhu Ming was a little more serious. No, let him be busy. You help me convene the experts, I want to hold a small meeting. Wang Ran ordered. Okay, boss, walk over slowly, I'll go get them together first. After Zhu Ming finished speaking, he ran to the direction where the expert lived. Wang Ran slowly walked towards the villa area. During this time, the anger in the villa area was much stronger. I don't know if it's because a large number of mutant vegetables have been planted, or because everyone is in a good mood. Everything is developing in a better direction. Boss. Wu Jiangguo saw Wang Ran from a distance and ran over immediately. When the two little widows saw that it was Wang Ran, they did not continue their entanglement. Huh, women are really harder to deal with than zombies. Wu Jiangguo wiped the sweat from his forehead and looked helpless. Indeed, zombies can be solved with fists, women, it's too difficult. By the way, how's the placement of those people from S City? They didn't get into any trouble, did they? Wang Ran asked. By the way, 3 or 4,000 people from S City have been placed in the mall called Ming's Huli opposite Wanda. They're all mature survivors, and they're quick to accept the rules. Now the basic facilities in Wanda and Mingzhou are very good. The daily lighting, ventilation, and hot water are all complete, and occasionally a movie screening is organized. As for the food, the mutant vegetables that were planted in the last batch have been harvested, enough for 10,000 people to eat for 3 days, and with canned food, there is no problem for a week. Wu Jiangguo reported. Then large-scale planting can be started. The growth cycle of mutant vegetables is exactly 1 week, and there is no need to worry about food problems this week. The scale of planting can be expanded to half a city, especially in the suburban hills, and the land is still very fertile. In the past week, the basic part of city construction can be handed over to the zombies, and the survivors can go farming. When a new batch of crops can be harvested, the subsequent food supply can be self-sufficient, and maybe it can be exported. Wang Ran thought about it. Although the whole world is still taking survival as the first goal, when humans and zombies stabilize each other, some basic social order will gradually recover. Vegetables like this, which can fill the stomach and increase the strength a little, are sure to become very popular. At that time, An City will definitely become a big trading city. It seems that the defense facilities in City N must start construction as soon as possible. Keep busy with the little widow, I'll go find the experts. Wang Ran patted Wu Jiangguo on the shoulder and walked to the expert's villa with a smile. In the villa, those experts in construction and materials have gathered together, waiting for Wang Ran. Ah, comrade boss, you are here. When the old professor saw Wang Ran, he immediately greeted him. Although these experts and professors were not present in the battle to defend the corpse tide yesterday, they also learned about the situation through the aerial video of the drone. They watched each and every one with their blood boiling, eager to go to the battlefield with a handful of old bones. However, the wall they built hard to block the impact of the corpse tide can be regarded as a major contribution. Now, it's time for them to come into play again. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 265. Everyone has done a lot to stop the corpse tide this time. I am here to thank you. Wang Ran was first polite. After all, these are senior experts and professors, and they will work harder if they hold a little hand. Comrade boss, you are polite. We are also a part of N City. If the corpse tide comes in, we have to follow. However, this time, it's really thanks to your organization and leadership, comrade boss. Otherwise, just relying on us people, a piece of loose sand, will definitely not be able to stop the tide of corpses. The old professor sighed. This wave of corpse tide crisis is over, but the next task is not light. I have to trouble the experts again. After Wang Ran was polite, he began to raise his demands. Ah, comrade boss, you mean the construction of the official city wall, right? Actually, we started preparations a few days earlier. Because of quality problems, the temporary city wall is estimated to crack and collapse in about a month, but it can be used as a buffer zone without demolition. We designed a new city wall plan, just 500 meters inside the temporary city wall. This new set of city walls can withstand the attacks of awakeners below level 3, and can also withstand ordinary thermal weapons. You can also set up sentries at intervals. There are openings on the west, north, and south sides of the city wall, which can facilitate the entry and exit of vehicles. As long as it is well maintained, it will not be a problem for the city wall to last 20 years. While explaining, the old professor showed Wang Ran the drawings. Yes, let's follow this plan. In addition to the city wall, the urban planning of the entire N city has to be designed again. Now that the population is not so much, the residential areas can be relatively concentrated, and there are also regional divisions for agriculture and manufacturing. These are all troublesome for you. Wang Ran said. No problem, that's what we should be doing. We have a bunch of old bones, we can't carry them, but we can still do our own business. Experts have spoken out. The life here makes them feel very comfortable, and they even forget that it is the end of the world now. They can communicate and work every day, grow flowers, play chess, and live a more comfortable life than a high-end nursing home. By the way, how long is the new city wall expected to take? We now have 300,000 zombies as coolies. They can't do technical work, but coolies can still be done. In addition, there are 3,000 or 4,000 more human survivors. The labor force can be said to be much more abundant than before. Wang Ran asked. If it is like this, I think the construction period can be compressed to 2 months. The old professor touched his beard and thought about it. However, there is still a bit of a shortage in building supplies, building tools. Here's the list. In addition, the current solar panels are only enough for living, not enough for production and construction, especially on cloudy days. These are all issues that urgently need to be addressed. Feedback from the old professor. Don't worry, I'll take care of these things. If there's no problem, I won't bother you for now. Wang Ran got up and said goodbye to these experts. In the next calculation time, An City will enter the construction period. Although Wang Ran can live a self-sufficient life on Donghu Island, it is still necessary to restore some manufacturing for the quality of life. Moreover, if order is restored in the city, people will feel more secure in their hearts. Wang Ran came to the broadcasting room, where Zhao Dong was on duty. Boss, you are here. Is there any broadcast coming up? Zhao Dong quickly killed Hua Ziyi. There are indeed some gaps in building materials and equipment. The list is here, go back and find a rough guy to record it. Wang Ran handed the list to Zhao Dong. The last time it was recorded by Wu Jiaxin, her voice was too sweet, causing many survivors to think about it, causing some unnecessary trouble for the team to receive supplies. This time, let's just let Wu Jiangguo and Zhu Ming record these rough guys. By the way, boss, have you listened to the latest broadcast? The corpse tide in the north seems to have withdrawn. Zhao Dong reminded. Oh? What's new? Let's listen to it. Wang Ran hasn't done anything else since he came back yesterday and drank that bottle of Gatorade, so he really didn't have time to listen to the radio. Zhao Dong immediately turned on the radio. Hello everyone, this is the night radio station, and now the latest news of the past few days is broadcast. The biggest crisis in China was lifted yesterday. 2 million level corpse tides have collapsed. The corpse tide in Baidu has been completely dispersed under the resistance of a large number of heavy weapons. The remaining hundreds of thousands of corpses were evacuated to the south, and it is estimated that they are heading towards H City. H City was originally occupied by zombies, and it is estimated that it will become the base of zombies in the next period of time. Survivors around H City, please be careful. The corpse tide in the south is said to have directly crushed the S City, but after reaching the N City, there was no movement. Survivors who flew over N City told us that the corpse tide is estimated to be only 200,000 to 300,000, and they are honestly stationed outside N City. The specific situation is unknown. Some people speculate that the zombies have been captured by N City. In addition, a species of insects appeared on the southwestern border of China, which is deadly to zombies and extremely toxic. As long as you are bitten by this kind of insect, no matter how strong your body is, it will lead to rapid body failure. It is speculated that the reason for the eastward migration of the corpse tide is likely to be these bugs. Beijing has sent an elite team to the southwest border to try to bring back some bugs and find a way to restrain the virus. Next is the situation abroad. Wang Ran had little interest in the situation abroad, so he turned off the radio when he heard this. Can you restrain the bugs of zombies? If this bug has such a strong effect on zombies, what about the awakened? Wang Ran thought of the kind of dust suppression that the company used when sending people to attack. That kind of dust can not only inhibit the zombies, but also the awakened ones. This shows that the source of power of zombies and awakened people is related to the virus. So this kind of bug that is deadly to zombies. It might also be effective for the awakened. Not good. It's all broadcast, so the company must know about it. According to their urine, they will definitely not let this bug go. If they succeed and develop weapons and the like, then An City is in danger. Wang Ran frowned. They have already formed a deadly feud with the company, and they will definitely take revenge on themselves when they get this bug. Suppressing dust is not harmful to the human body, but this bug is not necessarily. Wang Ran didn't want himself and his followers to be hurt. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday. There are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 266. Wang Ran returned to Donghu Island with a worried look on his face. This little bug, the more you think about it, the more evil it becomes. Especially in the hands of people with ulterior motives. After thinking about it, Wang Ran decided to call Baidu first. Didn't Baidu send a team to the southwest region, just to find out the situation? Wang Ran took out the satellite phone and dialed the number that Lin Lai had left before. Hey, Lao Lin, it's me, Wang Ran. Wang Ran self-reported his identity. Oh. It's Comrade Xiao Wang. Anything for me? I've heard about your An City carrying the corpse tide. I really admire you. You can carry a million-level corpse tide with such manpower and weapons and equipment. Lin Lai's voice was full of surprise, not like a deliberate compliment. Didn't you guys beat back the corpse tide? What's there to admire? Wang Ran arrived politely. That's different. We all rely on the support of powerful modern weapons and equipment. On the city wall, there are 10,000 people with guns alone. There is also air support and long-range artillery support. If this is a zombie tide that can't keep the flesh and blood, where will our army's face be? It's you, who were able to carry the corpse tide with limited conditions. I really want to ask you for advice on the situation at that time. Lin Lai laughed. By the way, let's get back to business. I heard you sent a team to the southwest to find a bug, right? What's the situation now? Wang Ran asked. You know all about this. Crap, it must be that night radio station. They seem to know everything, and our secret operations have been broadcast. Hey. This time, we sent Zhang Qiaozu to lead the team. It was the old Zhang that you met in An City last time. Hopefully he can come back with good news. Lin Lai's voice was very depressed, and it seemed that even Bei couldn't understand the background of the dark night radio. By the way, I don't know the specific situation of this bug, but I know that an organization must be interested in this bug. If I'm not mistaken, they must have already left for the southwest. I plan to go there in the next 2 days to see the situation. Do you have any information or something to share? Wang Ran asked. This. Procedurally speaking, these are confidential and I can't divulge them to you. But. Well, you give the phone to researcher Lu, she has the right to know this information. If she told you, then I don't care. Lin Lai is not only a person who obeys the rules, but also knows how to be flexible. No wonder the strength can grow by leaps and bounds. Wang Ran walked to Lu Shiyao's laboratory. Lu Shiyao shivered when she saw Wang Ran. The experience yesterday made her a little scared. Don't hide, serious business. Wang Ran handed the phone to Lu Shiyao. Lu Shiyao took the phone and listened for a while. Her face became more and more solemn. It looks like I got some decent information. Not long after, Lu Shiyao returned the phone to Wang Ran. Team Lin has already told me the situation. This information was obtained from the captured red-eyed zombies. It is said that there is an insect in the southwest, which can quickly kill a zombie with just one bite. As short as a few seconds, as long as a minute. Even high-level zombies can't handle it. And the cause of death was basically systemic organ failure. The current inference in Baidu is that there is a substance in this insect that can kill the virus in the dead body. You must know that the reason why zombies can survive and gain powerful strength depends on the transformation of the body by the virus and the continuous supply of energy. If the virus in the body dies instantly, then the basis for the survival of the zombies will be gone, and the zombies will soon collapse and die. This is still different from the inhibitory potion produced by the company's No. 4 Research Institute. The inhibitory potion at most limits strength and will not harm the lives of zombies. As for what happens to the human awakened being bitten by this insect, it is still unclear. Lu Shiyao leaked everything known to Wang Ran. Anyway, I'm not afraid of being fired now, just leak it. This bug can force the zombies to escape to the east. It must be very powerful. Let's not talk about whether this thing is a threat to human beings. Xiao, Momo, and Zhou Meng must not be bitten by this bug. I think I'd better go there. If I don't figure it out, I'll never feel at ease. Wang Ran quickly made a decision. I'll go with you. I've done some research on insects. The results of field research are definitely different. It's better for me to go there. Lu Shiyao suggested it. All right. But be careful. It's hard to say how this worm will work on humans. Wang Ran thought for a while, but it was still necessary to bring Lu Shiyao. This operation is not suitable for too many people, except for Lu Shiyao. It is almost enough to bring another person. You are ready, we will leave in half an hour. Wang Ran gave Lu Shiyao some time and walked out of the villa. Who else to bring? Xiao, Momo, and Zhou Meng are definitely not good. Just pick one from Tang Tang and Jiaxin, someone has to fly the plane. Wang Ran was thinking about it. Tang Tang suddenly jumped out. Uncle, I have a good rest, let's continue. Tang Tang provoked Wang Ran arrogantly. It's time for business. Where's Jiaxin? Wang Ran asked. She's still on crutches. Uncle, how many people do you want? Do you look down on me? Yesterday was an accident, today I'm in better shape. Tang Tang said with his hips crossed. Jiaxin still can't walk, right? Then you are. Get ready, we'll leave in half an hour. This time I'm going on a business trip to the southwest region. Wang Ran ordered. A business trip? It's great. I'm going to pack my bags. Tang Tang ran away very happily. At this moment, Wang Ran's satellite phone rang. Hey, Comrade Xiao Wang. You said just now that you plan to go to the southwest region, right? Lin Lai's anxious voice came from the phone. Yes, it's ready to go soon. Why, are you going to? Wang Ran asked. I received a call for help from Laozhong just now. They were attacked by a group of unknown forces and were trapped in the mountains. I have something to do here in Baidu, and I may not be able to leave until tomorrow. Comrade Xiao Wang, you are just going there, can I trouble you to help Laozhong and the others first? Lin Lai made a very sincere request. Old Zhang and the others were attacked. Okay, send me the coordinates and I'll go there right away. Wang Ran agreed. After all, they took pictures together, and Wang Ran didn't want Lao Zhang and the others to die. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 267. I'll leave it to you this time. I'll be there as soon as possible tomorrow. Lin Lai said gratefully. Okay, it's estimated to take 7 or 8 hours to fly from here to there, I have to leave quickly. After Wang Ran finished speaking, he hung up the phone. The group that Lin Lai said was probably the one who broke the company. I don't know if Lao Zhang and the others can hold on. At this time, Lu Shiyao was ready, dressed like an archaeological team, and carried a large bag. Tang Tang is even more exaggerated. A backpack is not enough, and a large suitcase is also installed. I'll go, what are you doing with so many things? Wang Ran's face twitched. Is this really a trip? Oh, these are mosquito repellents, these are sun protection, these are played-on planes. Tang Tang casually introduced the carry-on luggage. You can have mosquito repellents, and leave the rest. You fly a plane, and you still want to bring something to play on the plane. Wang Ran glared at Tang Tang. Tang Tang was stunned for a while, and suddenly realized that he was flying, so why did you bring these things? Soon, the Black Eagle slowly pulled up and flew towards the west. According to the speed of the Black Hawk, it will take 7 hours to reach the destination, and if you add fuel on the way, it will take 7 or 8 hours. The road is long and there is nothing to do. Wang Ran and Lu Shiyao can only go into in-depth exchanges to pass the time. Tang Tang is very envious but can't help it. Somewhere in the southwest of the jungle, Zhang Qiaozu and several team members lay on the ground in the mud. The wet environment causes their body temperature to drop continuously. But they dare not act rashly. A team that looked like foreign mercenaries attacked them. The large number of opponents, the powerful firepower, and the sudden attack caused Zhang Qiaozu's team to suffer heavy losses. One face-to-face, half of the manpower was directly lost, and currently there are only 6 people left. Although the other party also lost a lot of people, the number of people still dominates. According to Zhang Qiaozu's judgment, the other party still has at least 30 people. Such a difference in quantity makes Zhang Qiaozu only choose to hide temporarily. Although the death of half of his brothers made him so angry that he almost clenched his teeth, he knew in his heart that they came here with a mission, not to fight with strangers. Baidu is waiting for them to bring their research targets back. If Team Lin can come to help in time, they can fight a wave to avenge the brothers. Until then, the task must come first. With the passage of time, Zhang Qiaozu and others' bodies have reached their limit. Prolonged exposure to low temperatures can cause damage to the body. If it weren't for the physique of the awakened, they would have been unable to carry it. You stay here, warm up, and I'll see if those people are still looking for us. Zhang Qiaozu climbed out of the mud pit and slowly groped forward. The experience of special forces allows him to disguise his stature very well. After groping for a while, Zhang Qiaozu found that the group had left their previous positions. Judging from the traces, they have continued to penetrate this dense forest. That direction. Their purpose is the same as ours. Zhang Qiaozu had a bad feeling. The reason why those people attacked their own team was probably because of these bugs. They see their team as a competitor. The reason why they didn't kill them all was probably because there were only a few people left in their team, and there was no threat to them. Yeah, this time the task is difficult. Zhang Qiaozu sighed and slowly returned to where his teammates were. The mission this time not only required the capture of dangerous insects, but also had to face more than 30 competitors with guns and ammunition. Team Lin would not be able to come to support until tomorrow, and it would take more than 10 hours to come from Baidu. Before that, the remaining 6 of them could only rely on themselves. Zhang Qiaozu pushed aside the vegetation in front of him and moved forward lightly. Suddenly, he felt a little movement on the side. Grass, can't be the enemy. Jankuazu slowly turned his head while muttering in his heart. In the dense forest, a rotten zombie dog was approaching Jankuazu step by step. Zombie dog. How can there be zombie dogs in this place? Jankuazu frowned. Under this terrain, flexible zombie dogs are particularly advantageous. Judging from the momentum that this zombie dog exudes, the strength is not weak, it is a bit difficult to handle. Jankuazu stretched out his hand and took out a dagger from his waist. He did not dare to use a gun, for fear that the sound of gunfire would attract those enemies. Only fight? The zombie dog crawled for a few steps, staring straight at Jankuazu, ready to attack. This human being is not as strong as himself, and it seems that he can have a good meal. The zombie dog smashed the stone under his feet with one paw and slammed into it. This speed. Completely no less than the golden pupil zombie. With a wave of Jankuazu's dagger, he directly mounted the claws of the zombie dog. A sharp sound. The zombie dog's claws were not damaged at all, while Jankuazu was slapped out by a claws. Fortunately, there is a dagger to withstand the force. If this claw is directly slapped on the body, at least a few bones will be broken. After the first meeting, the zombie dog roughly knew Jankuazu's strength. This human being will be his dinner today. Jankuazu's arm trembled slightly, which was caused by the collision just now. He still wasn't going to use a gun. Don't use a gun, at most kill him one. If a gun was used, even the remaining 5 teammates might suffer. Jankuazu gritted his teeth and planned to meet the next attack of the zombie dog. Just as the zombie dog was about to pounce on Jankuazu, a small black spot suddenly landed on the back of the zombie dog's neck. The zombie dog seemed to realize the danger, took a few steps back subconsciously, and shook his neck desperately. But the black spot on the back of the neck is like a nail on it, and it can't be thrown off at all. Suddenly, the zombie dog was shocked. Like a deflating balloon, it deflated at a speed visible to the naked eye. The rotten epidermis suddenly dented in, and the internal organs seemed to be shrinking. In just 10 seconds, the zombie dog was spread out on the ground, leaving only a skeleton and a piece of skin. And the black spot seemed to swell a little, waving its wings and disappearing into the jungle. Is it so cruel? Jankuazu, who escaped from death, swallowed. He guessed that the worm should have eaten enough to not attack him. Just one bite, you can kill such a powerful zombie dog. Too terrifying. This should be the goal of this time. It seems a little tricky to deal with. Jankuazu thought for a while, let's go back to the team first, the insect nets are still on his teammates. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Da Cha Xiao. Chapter 268. Passing through the dense forest, Jankuazu returned to where his teammates were. Team Zhang, how are you, are those grandchildren still there? Asked Pilot Aaron. Not anymore, they should have gone deeper into the woods. I guess they are here for the same purpose as ours, for these bugs. Speaking of bugs. Everyone must cheer up later and be careful. I met a bug just now. Jankuazu told the story of how bugs killed zombie dogs in seconds. Your zombie dog is no less powerful than Team Zhang, and was killed in seconds. This is too scary. The players were taken aback. Jankuazu is not the kind of person who will exaggerate, it seems to be true. That bug is about the size of a thumbnail, everyone, get your number 4 net and insecticide ready. A bug is a bug after all, as long as it doesn't bite it. However, it's getting dark now, let's find a place to carry tonight. We don't have an advantage in numbers, plus we can't see bugs in the dark, and it's too dangerous to move at night. Jankuazu ordered. The team members nodded. Jankuazu had the most extensive field experience, so he was right. The group cautiously groped forward. Generally speaking, the most suitable place to camp is near the water and shade, but this place is not only their team. This kind of suitable place for camping, the other party must also notice. Jiangqiazu deliberately stayed away from the water source and found a big tree. Team Jiang, shall we rest against the tree at night? Aaron asked. No, we sleep in the tree. If you sleep on the ground, ordinary zombies can attack you. Not to mention some zombified animals or something. The current environment is no longer an ordinary wild environment, and it is also very important to be able to spend the night safely and luck. Jiangqiazu looked up and saw that the trunk was thick enough to bear the weight of the team members. The team members took out sleeping bags from their backpacks. This sleeping bag is specially made for field marches. It has good protection and heat preservation capabilities. The most important thing is that it is also very concealed and can be integrated with the surrounding environment. Team Jiang, our clothes are soaking wet, so we just got into our sleeping bags. Someone asked. What about the brain? Take off the drill. Bury your clothes in the soil so they won't be discovered. Jiangqiazu reminded. At night, the temperature in the forest is even lower, and if you get wet, your body can easily be seriously injured. The team members quickly took off their clothes, leaving only a pair of shorts. The occasional breeze in the forest made them shiver with cold. Captain, my sleeping bag is broken. Aaron held his sleeping bag with a depressed look on his face. There was a long slit on the sleeping bag. In this way, the heat preservation is definitely not guaranteed, and even people may not be able to hold it. What? You and I sleep in a sleeping bag? Jiangqiazu said decisively. Aaron was shocked. Sleep with Team Jiang in a sleeping bag? This is a sleeping bag. The two of them are close to each other, and they are not even wearing clothes. Just thinking about this picture makes me feel. Hurry up, do you want to freeze to death? Jiangqiazu urged. The team members held their sleeping bags and fixed them on the branches, and then quickly got in. Aaron struggled for a while, but still got into the same sleeping bag with Jiangqiazu. The quality of the sleeping bag is really good, and it can hold two big men. Embarrassment is a bit embarrassing, but as the two warmed each other up, their bodies quickly warmed up. Everyone covered the opening of the sleeping bag with a number 4 bug net to prevent bugs from getting into the sleeping bag. The sky began to darken. Although everyone is not yet sleepy, in this case, they can only rest quietly in their sleeping bags. Minutes passed by. Suddenly, there was a rustling sound in the forest, like the sound of dense footsteps. In the woods at night, there is no other sound except the chirping of insects, and the sound of footsteps is particularly obvious. Captain, something is approaching, what should I do? Aaron whispered in his sleeping bag. The two were next to each other, and Aaron kept exhaling hot air into Jiangqiazu's ears when he spoke. Grass, don't talk. Look and talk. Jiangqiazu whispered softly. Everyone was concentrated and did not dare to make a sound. Soon, the sound of footsteps came under the tree where everyone was. Jiangqiazu took a glance from the corner of his eye. Special. 2 mercenary-looking people and 2 zombie dogs. It seems that the zombie dog Jiangqiazu encountered before was not wild, but brought by this group of people. These guys are really prepared, not only are they equipped with high-quality weapons, but also zombie dogs. What kind of organization are they? They are so powerful. However, Jiangqiazu didn't think much about it. The following 2 people and 2 dogs stopped under the tree. Shouldn't they be discovered? Everyone's nerves began to tense. In particular, Aaron and Jiangqiazu, who were meat to meat, were sweating nervously. Fake, Captain Lucas is too cautious. Let us come over and inspect again. Haven't we killed half of that team, and the rest should have fled as well? A bald foreigner muttered, and at the same time zipped down his pants and began to put water. That's right, it's just a team of average strength. I don't know why Captain Lucas is so cautious and has to kill them all. We need to be afraid of them from manpower to weapons to strength. It was getting dark and it was really torturing for us to come out for inspection. Another long-haired foreigner also complained. Since Butler lost contact, the company has had a new field captain, Jorge Lucas. In just 1 month, the 2 field captains were cool, and this position became a hot potato. But this guy Lucas took the initiative and took this position. This operation is Lucas's first official outing to lead the team, so everything is very cautious, even more cautious than his famously cautious predecessor Butler. When encountering John Kiwazu's team in the woods, Lucas' first reaction was to kill. He will not allow anything to prevent him from completing this mission. Unexpectedly, the other party is actually well trained, and half of the people can escape after encountering a sudden attack. The more Lucas thought about it, the more worried he became, so he sent a few zombie dogs out to search. But the first wave of 3 zombie dogs were all gone. In order to be safe, Lucas let the 2 and 2 dogs form a team, and sent a total of 5 teams out, so he had to find John Kiwazu. If you don't kill them all, Lucas is not at ease. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Da Cha Xiao. Chapter 269. Roar. One of the zombie dogs suddenly stared at the tree and let out a low growl. The 2 foreigners suddenly became nervous. They took a look under the tree with their flashlights. There was only a small puddle where the bald head had urinated before, and there was no one. Yes, does this zombie dog have a brain? It has turned into a zombie, and its nose is not good, right? There's Lao Tzu's urine. The bald head complained. Dogs eat shit, maybe they like to drink urine, ha 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 ha. The long-haired man laughed aside. The zombie dog bared its teeth, not because these 2 people were rude, but because they actually questioned their professional abilities. The zombie dog stepped forward directly, scratched a few times in the urine pit, and then ran back to the bald head. Don't come here. The bald head shook. The zombie dog's 2 paws were covered in his urine. Recently, he is very angry, and his urine is very strong. It would be disgusting if it got on clothes. The zombie dog didn't mean to stop at all, and jumped forward directly onto the bald head. The 2 claws covered in mud and urine just scratched at the bald head. The bald head almost cried, and quickly pushed the zombie dog away. The rich and familiar taste just sticks to the body. Fake, today is really bad luck. The bald head quickly grabbed a few handfuls of soil on the ground and wiped it on his body, trying to take away the smell from his body. Seeing the bald head, the zombie dog still didn't understand, and rushed to the urine pit again. Come back. This zombie dog has a sick mind. The bald head took out his gun and aimed at the zombie dog. Wait a minute. Does it want to tell us something? Longhair realized something was wrong. Because the zombie dog he was holding in his hand also had the urge to go to the urine pit. The bald head was stunned, and this sounded a bit reasonable. The 2 resisted the smell and approached the urinal. The zombie dog was desperately pulling in the urine pit, and looked back at the 2 from time to time. Fake, there is probably something under this. The long hair covered his nose and said. The bald head also nodded. It should have run away. The 2 looked around, then took out the engineer shovel from behind and dug the urinal. You 2, where urine is not good, non-urine is here. It's disgusting now. Longhair digs and complains. Of course, there is a urine tree for things like peeing. How do I know? The bald head dug a few shovels and found something. He endured nausea and stretched out his hand. Clothes, backpack. The bald head suddenly became alert. There's no way these things appear here for no reason. Someone is nearby. John Kiwazu and others on the tree couldn't bear it anymore. This bald head is so immortal that he urinated in the place where he buried his clothes and equipment, and now it has been dug out again. It is estimated that it will be checked into the tree soon. Can't wait any longer. North 77 team, kill. Jankuazu ordered it. 6 naked men fell from the sky with daggers. The long hair was directly plunged into the neck by the dagger, and soon fell to the ground. On the contrary, the 2 zombie dogs were very powerful, and they fought together with Jankuazu and the others. Taking advantage of the cover of the zombie dog, the bald head briefly explained the situation to his accomplices on the walkie-talkie. Yes, this bald man is asking for help, let's make a quick decision. Jankuazu gave up the defense and killed the bald head. The bald head was a little flustered. He has seen naked men, but he has never seen such a lifeless naked man. It was as if the Billy dynasty had pounced on itself. As soon as he panicked, his bald head revealed a lot of flaws. After Jankuazu took the bald head with a knife, he successfully plunged the dagger into the bald head's temple. Only the 2 zombie dogs were left. Relying on the advantage of the number of people, Jankuazu's side still has a slight advantage on the scene. But it didn't take long for footsteps to be heard from the depths of the woods. Soon, 2 groups of people appeared in front of everyone. Now, the other party has 4 people and 6 zombie dogs. Grass. Jankuazu couldn't help but curse. Just 2 zombie dogs have to work hard, not to mention 4 people and 6 dogs. You guys, obediently give up your resistance. If you cooperate well, I'll let you live and accept the questioning of our captain. The corners of a blond man's mouth twitched. They were lucky enough to receive a bald-headed call for help not long after they came out. The bald head is dead, but they can take the credit for nothing. Team Zhang, what should I do? A Qing, the player behind him, asked. My Chinese man, I would rather die. Not surrender. Jankuazu picked up the short knife on the ground, holding a dagger in one hand and a knife in the other, ready to fight to the death. I would rather die than surrender. The other team members also burst into the momentum. So troublesome. Let the dog go. The blonde finger pointed forward, and the 6 zombie dogs rushed forward immediately. The 4 foreigners lit cigarettes and watched the fun with a smile. To deal with these people, zombie dogs are enough, they don't need to shoot at all. Even if 1 or 2 zombie dogs are damaged, it's fine. Jankuazu's side fell into a hard fight in an instant. The people present were also Jankuazu's strength closest to the zombie dog, and the other team members were simply unable to single out a zombie dog. Soon, a team member's throat was torn open. However, before he died, he also cut open the belly of the zombie dog with a dagger. The intestines flowed all over the place, and the zombie dog also lost its fighting power soon. In less than a minute, another team member had his arm bitten off by a zombie dog, and then his head was smashed by a paw. Jankuazu also continued to have scars on his body. He watched with red eyes as his teammates fell down but was unable to help. Grass. A powerful momentum erupted instantly. Jankuazu made the cut. He advanced in battle. Taking advantage of the momentum, he directly inserted the dagger into the zombie dog's head. But the other 2 zombie dogs immediately surrounded him, making him unable to help others. Although Jankuazu has become a level 5 awakener and has the upper hand in strength, the 2 zombie dogs are very flexible and cooperate well. Jankuazu has no way to take them for a while. Tisk tisk tisk, I thought there would be some surprises, but it's just a promotion. When they die 2 more people and 4 dogs besiege him, it's useless no matter how strong he is. The blonde said with a puff of smoke. Mike, how about we bet they'll last a few minutes? A black man asked with a smile. Okay, just a minute has passed, I bet they can last for less than 2 minutes. Blonde said disdainfully. Just as they were about to discuss the bet, a hand stretched out in the dark. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Da Cha Xiao. Chapter 270. Crack. Kick. With two crisp sounds, the blonde and the black man beside him were directly twisted and their necks broken. The other two foreigners immediately turned their heads. They are greeted by a sharp axe. The two heads skyrocketed in an instant. Comrade Wang ran. Zhang Qiaozu and the others were shocked, and then they became excited. They know Wang Ran's strength. Lin Lai has said that Wang Ran's strength is above him. They are saved. The four of Zhang Qiaozu's momentum rose instantly. However, their morale soared to no avail. These zombie dogs were trampled to death by Wang Ran and Tang Tang as if they were trampled by ants. They didn't give Zhang Qiaozu a chance to make another move. Call. The crisis was lifted, and the four Zhang Qiaozu fell to the ground. This time, he escaped from the gate of hell. Comrade Wang Ran, thank you. Why are you here? Team Lin asked you for support. Zhang Qiaozu asked out of breath. Lin Lai did look for me, but I'm coming by myself, so I'll come to you by the way. What's your situation? Can you improve your combat effectiveness by not wearing clothes? Wang Ran asked while looking at the four naked men wearing only pants. Special circumstances. Zhang Qiaozu was a little embarrassed. However, their previous clothes were soaked through and urinated, so it looked like they couldn't wear them anymore. Fortunately, these foreigners have clothes on them. Zhang Qiaozu and the four took off the clothes of these foreigners and put them on. It's warmer now. After getting dressed, Zhang Qiaozu took out a few nets from his bag and handed them to Wang Ran. Comrade Wang Ran, this net can block the bugs, you should put it on your head first. And gloves, too. I've seen that kind of bug before, but after a bite, a zombie dog with a strength similar to mine died instantly. It's very powerful. Zhang Qiaozu reminded. Wang Ran nodded and took the net. I don't know the characteristics of this bug yet, so it's better to be careful. Wang Ran just distributed the net to Lu Shiyao and Tang Tang, and a small black spot flew over in the darkness. Zhang Qiaozu and others faced Wang Ran and saw the black spot under the light of the flashlight. Comrade Wang Ran. Zhang Qiaozu was so nervous that he was almost speechless. It's that bug. The bug was behind Wang Ran, flying towards his neck. Wang Ran hasn't gotten online yet. What's up? Wang Ran subconsciously slapped the black bug like a mosquito. Zhang Qiaozu's jaw dropped in shock. Did this shoot to death? Are the bugs not ready? That's it? Wang Ran pinched the worm's body with 2 fingers. The worm was flattened, and its original shape could no longer be seen. It could only be seen that it was a dark worm with wings. That's it, I met once before. Zhang Qiaozu nodded. He can recognize him even when he's dead. Oh, you are too hard to start with. It's all shot to death, how can I study it? While complaining, Lu Shiyao took out a reagent and soaked the corpse of the insect. This is her homemade reagent, which can preserve the activity of biological cells to the greatest extent. Why don't you let them fly into your jar next time? Wang Ran gave Lu Shiyao a blank look. You better hurry up and cover the net. No one knows what the effect of this thing will be after it bites. Wang Ran reminded. Lu Shiyao and Tang Tang nodded and put on the net obediently. You shot dead bugs just now, did you feel any discomfort? Lu Shiyao asked. No, it doesn't feel like slapping mosquitoes. It is estimated that the toxin of this bug is the same as that of insects such as bees. It must be stabbed or bitten to release it. Wang Ran said casually. Or maybe the defense of Wang Ran's skin was too strong, and the body fluids of the insects did not penetrate. Comrade Wang Ran, you are the strongest here. Let's hear what we do next. Zhang Qiaozu decisively gave up the command. He also heard about Wang Ran leading An City to resist the corpse tide. Zhang Qiaozu personally experienced the battle in Baidu, so it is not necessary to say more about how exciting it was. An city is not like Baidu, there are so many people and weapons. Wang Ran and the others were able to guard the tide of millions of corpses with far less manpower and material resources than the northern capital, which shows that Wang Ran has a strong leadership ability. In this environment, letting Wang Ran lead the team was the best choice. Bury the sacrificed brothers first. After all, he is a soldier of our country, so he can't be exposed in the wilderness like this. Wang Ran sighed. These two sacrificed team members are old faces from last time, and everyone took a photo together. It's a pity that I arrived a little late and couldn't save them. The crowd dug 2 pits with the shovel left by the enemy, and buried the remains of the 2 soldiers in it. Let's go, there is too much movement in this place, and it is easy to attract enemies. It's dark and blind, and it's inconvenient to move your hands. Wang Ran took everyone away from the battlefield just now. These guys killed 8 of our brothers. I have to kill them. Zhang Qiaozu muttered while walking. Don't worry, the positions of the hunter and the prey will be switched when the sun rises. Let's find a place to rest first. It's not easy to identify the direction here at night, and it's not suitable for action. Wang Ran found a place with denser trees and stopped. Just here, camp in the trees. Wang Ran pointed to a few big trees in front of him. Lu Shiyao sprayed the smell-eliminating spray all the way, and then sprayed everyone on everyone after she stopped. The other party has a zombie dog, so at least half of the sense of smell is retained, and it is difficult to sleep peacefully without eliminating the smell. Tang Tang, the sleeping bag can be taken out. Wang Ran ordered. Sleeping bag. The sleeping bag is in the suitcase, I didn't bring it. Tang Tang was stunned. I had put the sleeping bag and other toys in the box before, but after being reprimanded by Wang Ran, I didn't even take the box. Wang Ran's face twitched. I didn't bring anything so important. At night, I don't know if I can get out of the woods smoothly. That, Comrade Wang Ran, why don't we use our sleeping bags? This sleeping bag has enough space, and 2 people can fall asleep when squeezed. Zhang Qiaozu handed over a few sleeping bags. Just give us 2. Tang Tang, squeeze with Shiyao. Wang Ran took 2 sleeping bags. On Zhang Qiaozu's side, 4 people used 3 sleeping bags, and naturally Aaron and Zhang Qiaozu squeezed 1. Wang Ran took the girls and kept a little distance from Zhang Qiaozu and the others. He had a hunch that someone would dig into his sleeping bag at night.